Former Man City star Joey Barton has been branded a bully for his brutal criticism of the Thistle women's goalkeeper. Joey went on a social media tirade after 17-year-old Ava Easdon allowed Rangers an early lead in the Scottish Women's Premier League Cup final, posting on X, quote, "I mean, let's just talk about the goalie. How is this nonsense on the box?" Ava's 7-time world kickboxing champion dad waded into the row, hitting back at Barton for playing up to his fanboys by belittling his daughter. However, the ex-Bristol Rovers manager has doubled down on his criticism, telling Ava to get better or get off. While some footy fans have slammed Barton for organising a pile-on of a 17-year-old Easdon, others have pointed out that a male counterpart would be criticised in the exact same way. So, is this a case of one rule for men and another for women? I don't agree with some of the stuff Joe Barton says, or more importantly, I don't agree with the way that he says it most often. But he's not wrong about this. The goal, if that was worse than me watching my local 15-year-old boys team play, who are not professionals, not in some academy, they're just normal boys from a local school.
Oh, here it is again.
There's a goal. The goalkeeper, she makes no attempt to get there, and this is on Sky. So people are paying a subscription for Sky Sports to have this on the TV. This is not what you pay for at all. What Joe Barton said, it's not sexist, it's not unfair. Calamity James, David James, good goalkeeper. When he made a mistake, he'd get stamped for it. He was making saves or letting balls go through his legs, but he'd get stamped for it. David Seaman, one of the greatest England goalkeepers ever, would get stamped for making mistakes.
She's 17 and only just in the game.
So what? Just she's playing professional football.
I said, well, and what's she getting paid for that?
I don't care what she's getting paid. She's on TV.
£26 a week. If that was a 17-year-old boy, I think people would also pile into.
She wasn't paid at all. She wasn't paid at all. But that's totally irrelevant. JJ is at... Yeah, but it doesn't mean you can be rubbish.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're
you can have a bad... I mean, there is some absolute howlers out there that happen every week.
She doesn't even attempt to get the ball. The girl has a shot, and she's like, oh, man.
She should be honoured that Joey Barton was watching.
But that, surely, you'd have... You know, every now and again, you see a mistake in professional sport, and it is so great a mistake. Well, clearly, they didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
Something happened in that moment.
I came on this show to praise that goalkeeper, but I decided I'm going to bury her. I have to say, I think JJ and Emma have sort of won the argument, because at the end of the day, if you're on a platform where you're playing a professional game of football and it's an FA Cup, doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, that had been a male goalkeeper who'd screwed up that way, he would have had a pile-on. The only problem I have with this is Joey Barton. Joey Barton has form in attacking women's football. He is playing up. He clearly wants to be an ex-personality. He wants to be a Twitter personality that draws the views, that draws the likes, draws the viewers, and he's playing up to it, and that's the bit I don't like. If it had been somebody else, Gary Lineker, I probably could have taken it on the chin.
Joey is more of a feminist than all of us sitting in this room, because he's at least watching women's football. You're talking about he's having a go at the women. When was the last time you watched a women's football match?
I think that's a very personal question. It's a very personal question, which I choose not to answer on live television.
You cannot remember, because women's football is god-awful. I didn't actually know the goalkeeper was even a woman, because he didn't say anything. He didn't allude to her gender at all. He didn't allude to her gender at all. And I think if he's actually watching it, he has more skin in the game than all of us. He can say whatever he wants. You may not like how he says it, but he has a lot more credibility than everyone sitting in this room. And by the way, most people that criticise him on social media as well, he's actually been a professional footballer.
I get it. I was just going to say, sorry, I get that we don't want to get to a situation where somebody goes, oh, don't attack the poor woman, you know, oh, leave her alone because she's a she. We don't want to go down that thing. I think, to me, she's, you know, only just 17. She's not really a professional footballer. She's giving it a go.
My only piece of advice to Joey Barton is, if you are going to lay into a 17-year-old goalkeeper, check whether or not her dad is a 7 times kickboxer, because it may backfire on you.
Everyone's a kickboxing champion, apparently. Do you know what I mean? And
JJ, you're now going to find out.